Hello and welcome to yet another YouTube video here on this channel. In today's video, we are diving into Voicenotes AI, which is an application I actually came across this year, probably because it came out this year back in May, and I got to use it, or I found it just a couple of days after it got released, and I quickly bought the lifetime plan after using this for a couple of minutes. I think I bought the lifetime plan after like 15 minutes because this was something I needed in my workflow, but no other applications actually offered something like this. This is basically a voice notes application which allows you to take voice notes, but it has gotten to become a a lot more than that. And I actually found a tier list for note-taking applications, and that tier list is now wrong because I dragged it down on the tier list because it did not have a way to take written notes. It has that now on the web. But back when I first started using it, and let's just test this out to show you how it works, because back when I first tested this application, it was just a basic voice notes application. This interface looked a lot different. Now I can actually see the wavelengths. I could always pause and cancel it. Now you also have meeting recordings, which will generate or create a short summary, identify speakers, and generate transcripts with timestamps, and I have all of that. I've never used the meeting functionality because I only do meetings at work, and at work we actually use Microsoft Copilot to do that for us. But as you can see right here, this is a new recording, and it gives it a title. It takes or transcribes it for you, and I can go in here and I can do a couple of things. I can record a sub note, I can copy the note, I can attach something to it, I can tag it. So let's say I wanted to tag this as test, I could quickly do that, and now it has the tag test. So that is basically how the application works. But after after I tested it out for the first time, we have gotten a lot of new features. So I can also record a sub note, which feels a lot like Twitter threads. I think they originally called it threads inside of this application, but basically I can put a note within another note. I have sometimes experienced a few bugs, especially when I'm filming these videos. I have experienced things not working. Like here, let's go back. This should be a sub note. So if I try to record this one more time, it should be a sub note within testing new features of voice notes application. I know that this works because I've tried it or used it a bunch on my mobile application. But as I said, there are sometimes a few bugs I have experienced inside of here, or things not working properly. But in general, it has been a great addition. It also has this right here, heat map, and my rank here is 125,900 out of 100,000 note takers. So a lot of people haven't actually taken notes inside of here, but here you can see a heat map of your notes, which is a fun feature because this application is all about taking more notes, quantity over quality. And why is that? Because it has this AI functionality. So here you can actually talk to the AI to either ask it questions to find things, and that is really important because the only organization we have inside of here is subnotes and tags. Apart from that, you have to heavily rely on search and rely on the AI chat. And basically, how the AI chat works is that you're able to discuss with your notes. And for this to be like a really good feature, for this to be really useful, you actually have to have a lot of notes inside of here. And to do that, to have a lot of notes inside of here, you actually need to focus much more on quantity over quality. And that is why this feature right here is really cool. I pressed the wrong button, but this feature right here is really, really cool to see the heat map. So that is an important thing to keep in mind, is that they have paid attention to details like that, and that is something I really like in note-taking apps when they do that. But as I said, I actually haven't tested out this new feature because I don't use this application a lot on the web. I mainly use it on the Apple Watch application and also on my iPhone from time to time. But here we have basically a way for us to take notes. There is no markdown functionality to this, but I can take a written note inside of here, which would be amazing to get on the mobile app as well. My guess is that uh, I can written. I was supposed to write. I can write written notes, anyways. But it would be great to have this in the mobile application as well. And my guess is that it will come. But I love the fact that they have added this. This was one of the major issues I had with this application was the fact that they actually lacked that specific feature. I wanted the ability to write my notes because I wanted to use this application for as many of my notes as possible. I did not end up doing that. It has a different place in my workflow, but I am really happy that I purchased the lifetime plan because this is really, really good. So with the subnotes, with the attachments, because that is also something they have created, you can now attach images to your notes, which is great. You can download your notes, you can share them, but I can also create things based off my notes. So let's say I had a bunch of thoughts, journal, for example. I do this a lot. I do a brain dump inside of this application and I turn this into a to-do list. So if I had many things to do, I could just talk them out and get a to-do list from the application using AI. And this works from in here as well. So let's say that I didn't necessarily want to have just one note. I wanted to use multiple notes. I could do blog posts and I could check off a couple of notes right here. Or I could just ask it to create a blog post based on all of my notes. So there are a lot of things like that you can use. This would be great to step up my Twitter game, which is now X. So is it still called a tweet? Anyways, that is not the point of this video, but it would help me step up my Twitter game, and there are some cool features like that I really like. The things I dislike is the lack of organization. This is a timeline view with the ability to add tags, but if I click one of my tags, I will get all of the notes in a timeline view as well. I have the ability to add subnotes, so I can have a note live within another note. I do love the way this looks now. This used to look different, but I love the way it looks. But I struggle with the lack of organization. I know that the AI works, and that is great for a lot of people. It works for me as well, but uh, I I would like personally some more organizational tools, but that is just a highly personal thing. Apart from that, there are some small bugs from time to time, but nothing that has stopped me from using the application. No huge issues, only smaller ones. When it comes to the pricing, this is now $9.99 per month or $49.99 per year. This is a launch offer. It will disappear and it will be $119.99. And with all of the things it offers, I think it definitely is worth it. This is one of the best applications I have tested out, and probably the best one for just voice notes. I really like the idea of the application, and I am a user myself. I use it a lot, not necessarily daily, but I use it a lot. And that is it for today's video. I wanted to put this out before I made the tier list or before I published the tier list uh, because I just wanted to let people know that I have seen that they now allow for notes. But when I filmed the tier list, I that feature wasn't out yet. But that covers it for today's video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below and I will try to get to them as soon as I can. Thank you so much for watching today's video.